All right, I think my 10 minutes was up, so I'm going to do a second one now. So I have 12 individual fractions here, so that's my whole number. And then my little fraction is 1/5, so I'm going to put 1/5. And then that would equal 12/5. Make sure my cursor is there, or it'll go away. 12/5. Okay? All right, there's 14. Now 15, so you're dragging and dropping it as a unit fraction. So these are a little bit challenging. So instead of 2/8, it'd be 1/8. So that kind of helps you out. So you're looking for the unit fraction, so it'd be 1/8. And oh wait, there's two 1/8s. So you're kind of going backwards here. So you're going to have one individual fraction, so 1/8. So you get to multiply those two together. So 6 times 2, which is 12. So there's that one. That was a little bit of a challenge. There's 15, now 16. So multiply the whole numbers in the fractions. So the repeated addition of this would be 6 2/3. So you drag and drop it. And then your answer, and then you'd move that over. Multiples of 3/5, so 3/5 times 1, so 3 times 1, which is 6. So you'd find 6/5, and you move it over. 3/5 times 2. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. That's the second one. This one's times 1, so it's the same fraction. Then 6/5. Then you do 3 times 3, which is 9, so 9/5, so on and so forth. 18. Multiply the whole number in the fraction. So this would be 3/4 3 times. 4 times, goodness. So you would do 3/4 here 4 times, which would be the same as 4 times 3 over 4. So that would go here. And then your answer would be 12/4. And we drag it and we drop it. Another arrow one. So you have to find the answer. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 over 8. So that's here. You come up here to the tools where there's an arrow. You drag it and you move it over. And there's your answer. So again, that section is right up here. Number 20. So you're finding the answers. So 8 times 2, 16 over 6. But 16 over 6 can be divided by, I wish you could do like a 16. So you have 16 over 6. So if I were to do my long division, if I were to write it out, 6 goes into 16 2 whole times. So that's 12, and then 16 minus 12, which should be 4. So it should be 2 and 4, 6. But it might be reduced. Nope. All right, and so you move it and you drag it over. So those you have to do a little bit of some division here, because that would be improper. So you have to find your mixed number. A little extra work you have to do there. Number 21, so you're finding the answer, but again, you're going to have to do some division, because 3 times 3 is 9, so 9 over 12. Yes, 9 over 12. So that one, what does it say over here? If the product is an improper fraction type, it is a mixed number. If the product is a whole number, type in the whole number. If the product is a fraction type, the fraction, and erase them. So this one is just 9/12. So you're going to type in 9/12. And then it says you can erase that because it's just 9/12. It's not a mixed number. Like 6 times 1 is 6. And then your denominator stays the same. So this would be 6/10. And then you would just erase the question mark because you don't need it. So that's 21, 22. Place a check mark besides the correct answers. So 2 and 4/10. 2 times 2 is 4, so 4/10. So that one is incorrect. 6 times 4. Using those math skills. Been all delayed for a while. 24? 24? Over 10. 10 goes in that, so that would be correct. So you would take the check mark and you would move it over. So they have to be correct. Then 23 is some word problems. John needs 3/8 cups of sugar to make a batch of cookies. Which expression shows how many cups of sugar she needs to make 3 batches? So 3 times 3/8. How many cups of sugar she needs to make 3 batches? Oh, so they're using it as a unit fraction, so you have to find the individual one. So this would be 1/8. 3 times 3 is 9, so it'd be 9 1/8. And then I think you just take the circle and you drag it over the answer. And then 24, same situation. Maria needs 3 foot of string to make each bracelet. How many feet of string does she need to make 9 bracelets? So 9 times 3/4, 9 times 3, 27 over 4. And then you have to take 4 and divide it into 27. 4 goes into 27. How many times? And then you drag and drop the answer into it. So 6. So you have a whole number of 6, and then 3/4 left over. Okay, and then the last one. Evan walks his dog 9/10 kilometer every day. What is the equation can be used to find the number of kilometers that Evan walks his dog in 1 week? So 9/10. So how many days in a week are there? So there's 7 days in a week. And then he goes 9/10. And then you had to figure out what the answer of that is. All right, so I think we went over it all. So I'm going to have to upload 2 separate videos, part 1 and part 2. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out, but watch the video, go back, watch it again, pause it, start it, those things if you're struggling with any of the questions or the problems. So hopefully this helps. I know that we're having a little bit of some confusion. This is not easy to try to teach over the computer, so try to check out this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.